Here we go, guys. Ugh. I already have my best list. Hopefully you watched it. Now it's time for the shitters. That's right. The shit sandwiches that I watched this year. Now, I didn't see all the movies. Didn't see some of the movies that probably would have been bad, like like that one Snatched. I was gonna watch it just to see, and it's because I had a feeling it was gonna be so terrible, and a lot of people said it was terrible. So I didn't see everything, but I saw enough to have a top 10 list. I didn't think I was gonna have a top 10 list, but I did. I ended up having a top 10 list, so here we go, guys. Time for the shit sandwiches of 2017. Number 10, The Great Wall. Matt Damon, what's up with that accent? Yeah, this movie, I kind of was going, maybe it'll be all right. And then, it really didn't really go anywhere. It was just, I don't know, it just was done. It's hard to even, this is what's hard about these kind of movies, is the fact that it's just like you don't really want to talk to me. It's like, yeah, it just sucked. It just didn't work, and it didn't work. I mean, the idea was there, but it's just the execution and just some of the things that happened in there, and just no, and then with the no. Number 9, The Mummy. Now, at first, and you can even see my review, I did enjoy this movie, but when I try to watch it again, I just got angry. Because, and then with everything that's happening with the Dark Universe, it's just They need to realize that if you're going to do a universe with the Universal monsters, make them fucking scary. Don't make PG-13 action flicks, okay? Don't do that. And they tried to build on this, with like the Dr. Jekyll thing, and you see little Easter eggs from some of the other creatures. They tried, but it just didn't work, and it just makes you upset. And it does. It just makes me upset. The fact that they just wasted this. It's like, you don't have to do this. Make them scary, okay, Universal? Scary. Number 8. Baywatch. I mean, it just didn't. This movie didn't work for me, sadly, because I like The Rock. I even like what's his nuts too. Can't think of his name right now. It's just totally eluding me. Oh god, it's gonna bug the crap out of me. But I'm gonna go through. They try to do a 21 Jump Street with this movie. Make it just kind of almost aware of itself, and a lot of crude humor, bad humor, and some of it worked, but most of it just didn't work for me. I just found myself rolling my eyes at some of the jokes that played out in this movie. And it's just, it's kind of sad that I didn't get a belly laugh in this movie, but I got a belly laugh with Jumanji, okay? What's up with that? Number 7, Dark Tower. Now, this was a disappointment because this movie just suffered from just a bad runtime, and they just felt like they didn't know what they were trying to do. And since it was so short, it was just bam, 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 bam. They had 2 great leading actors, and they actually did okay. Like, their performances weren't bad at all. Even the little kid, it's just, it just moves so quickly, and there's such a world here that you can build on and tell a story through, and they just fucked up. The movie could have been 3 hours, twice as long as it was, and thankfully they're actually going to make it into a series, which it should have been in the first place. Number 6, Geostorm. Good lord. I'm not going to admit, I was actually looking forward to this movie. It's one of those like, I get guilty pleasure from, from these disaster flicks. But this movie was bad. This movie was pretty damn bad. It's just, there's a lot of things in it that you just go, what? Wait, what? Who? What? Yeah, Gerard Butler being Gerard Butler. And then you had that one dude from the movie 21, I can't think of his name right now, who was just overacting the shit out of his role. You had the Secret Service chick who basically, to study for her role, she watched Terminator 3. She had to have, because she was a goddamn robot. And it was so easy to pick out who was going to be the bad person, like who's doing this. And you could see it in the trailer. You're like, no, it's not going to be the president, Andy Garcia. Of course it's going to be Ed Harris. He's an old white dude. Of course it's going to be him. And it was Ed Harris. He was the one that was causing the whole thing. Spoiler alert, sorry, you don't need to watch it. Some of the visual effects were cool, but there's just some really cheesy moments. Why is there always a fucking dog? There's always a dog that gets lost when some disaster is happening. It's just, I don't know. Moving on. Number 5, Fate of the Furious. Sadly, Dwayne Johnson's on this list twice. But yeah, this movie, oh man. I've enjoyed the movies, Furious 7, I think they should have ended it there. This is why I don't like this movie, and I hate the fact that they're keeping on going, because I think it should have ended when Paul Walker died. Honestly, it's just like, it was him and Vin Diesel. That was, their little bromance. Them two were the ones that were driving this thing. And the fact that he's gone and they're still continuing, I don't like it. I just don't like it. And, it's just, I think it's kind of disrespectful. But they're just going so over the top. They're running out of ideas to do with this. And I've had my ideas like, hey, they should just get a little more subtle, make a smaller movie with the next one with not so many characters, and it just gets ridiculous. I mean, for fuck's sake, they're running from a submarine. Charlize Theron, I like Charlize Theron, but I didn't like her in this. I thought she was a terrible villain, and it's just overall sucked. You have, Tyrese, what's his nuts, fucking yelling, and it just, ugh. Number 4. Flatliners. Yeah. Remember this? When they thought, hey, it'd be a good idea to remake this movie, but technically it's not. It's supposed to be a sequel. And Kiefer Sutherland is in this movie, and he's barely in it, and his character is so forgettable. Oh yeah, and the main chick, Ellen Page, her character dies halfway through. Spoiler alert, just don't watch it. Please don't. It had potential. And the original one, when you watch that, with Kiefer Sutherland and Kevin Bacon and all those people, it's not bad. It's very, it's 80s, but, it's not bad. It's not a bad idea. I like where they're going. And sometimes, at first I was going, maybe this won't be as bad. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's going to be bad. There's a lot of cheesy stuff that happens, and it just was not a good movie. The characters were not great at all. I don't know. In the way that it all played out and the way it ended, it was just, no, don't watch it. Number 3, you knew this movie was going to make the list. The Emoji Movie. Yes, I actually put it on. Now, I was working on stuff as it was on, so I wasn't paying full attention to it, but oh my God. When I was paying attention to it, what's funny is there could have been a good movie somewhere in here. Maybe if Pixar got it, maybe they could have done something better with it, but it was just, it's really bad. It really is that awful. It doesn't work, and it just shows, it was trying to show the fact that kids are so addicted to their devices, but the execution was just so poor. And they might make a sequel because it actually did do well at the box office. Hopefully not. Number 2, and it definitely is a number 2. Transformers, The Last Night. Is that what it's called, The Last Night? I don't even care. This movie exhausted me. I even said that in my review. The movie fucking exhausted me. I remember just getting out of the movie theater. I thought it felt like it was long as hell. I just was going, oh my God, when is this movie going to end? And I remember just going home and crashing. I was so tired. This just exhausted me. These movies, I wasn't expecting it to be anything, but it's the same old fucking paradigm. You got him, you got the hot British chick who is so gorgeous yet is such a nerd and blah, 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 knows all her stuff, and it's just, yeah. Then you got the little kids, the little girl that was in there too was overacting like a mother. Oh man, and you got Anthony Hopkins who just phoned it in. He totally did it for a paycheck. The special effects, they could have did something with it. They showed the... no, it's just, no. Finally, number 1, and this is a movie that just upset me because there's something here, and it was just executed so poorly, mainly because of the 2 main actors and the fucking dialogue. Valerian and the Thousand Planets of Function, whatever the fuck it's called. Luc Besson really had something here, and it's a beautiful movie. The visuals in this movie are pretty damn stellar. But then you got Dane DeHaan and, what's her name? I can't even think of her name right now. I'm so bad with names right now. Cara Delevingne, yes, her. They have zero chemistry. It is so awful. It's so awful. There's supposed to be a little love story between them, and it's just, you don't buy it. You don't buy them as secret agents. Dane DeHaan. Whoa. I like Dane DeHaan. He's been in good stuff, but it just doesn't work here. And I like Cara Delevingne, too. She's been in stuff that's been all right, but it doesn't work here. And the dialogue is so bad. It's so bad. And then you got, what's her name? Rihanna. She's in here, too, and she can't act worth a shit. And it's just the dialogue. I was just cringing the whole time. Things that happen. The only thing that's good about this movie is the worlds, I guess you could say, and the visuals. And that's why it pissed me off, because there's something here. There's a lot here, but it got ruined by the 2 leads and the atrocious goddamn dialogue. There you have it, guys. That is my worst list of 2017. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. Let me know some of your worst down below. Yeah, let me know. And hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the other channel too. Follow me in the social media stuff floating above my head. And of course, I got shirts and stickers in the closet. Here's one of them. Good Stuff Film Junkie shirt. All right. Talk to you later.